Yes, friends. In this next video, we will use the ASAP utility. What is the use of the ASAP utility? ASAP utility create 100 or 1,000 macro create at same time. So when we with using of macro, because every time we cannot create the macro on the basis of macro have some limitation. You know about that. Macro have a lots of limitation with yes. So we want to create a ASAP utility. Here is a ASAP utility. Yes, how to install the ASAP utility in a Google? You can write down ASAP utility. ASAP utility is a 30 days trial version is available. When we are using with 30 days trial version, you can use the easily ASAP utility. On the basis of this ASAP utility, you can create your own macro with using of create with own functionality on a simple one click. Here you can see they all are the ASAP utility function. With ASAP utility, all the function with using of this functionality. So we have only one click and create a data. First, add a new worksheet in the file, fill in the name. If we want to create a new worksheet, this new worksheet, we want to create a new worksheet, Excel, name is Excel, and okay. So you can see here, Excel new worksheet is clear. This is all are the macro prints. We want to create the macro at that time. We want, here is a, we will, yes, you can do the, select the sheet name and delete this value. So here is the sheet one, insert the multiple sheet. Yes. The second option is insert multiple sheet. This option is not available in the Excel file. So we want to use the insert multiple sheet option. Rename the current sheet option. What do you mean by the insert? What do you mean that the insert multiple sheet name? Insert multiple sheet name, it means that we have a multiple data and we can create this data on the basis of we can create. For Excel, I want to create a day one. If I'm writing down Excel day 2, right? Then writing the another name is from Excel day 3. Here our sheet name is available. Now I want to here insert multiple sheet name with a create a template also, dashboard file. We want to color paste the dashboard file, insert the multiple sheet at once. You have to create the selection of this data and you want to use this insert multiple sheet at once. Now you can create here, insert the multiple sheet. Here ASAP utility, do you want to add a 3 worksheet? Here it's a functionality with the name of defining of the selected cell, example of the Excel day 1. If it is a template based new worksheet, color based, and if you want to use the color based worksheet, you can use here the Excel day 1, day 2, day 3. Automatically 3 worksheet it will be created with using of the ASAP utility. Here is a lots of macro. We want to create the lots of macro. On the basis of lots of macro, we want to create the 3 different files. Now, rename the current sheet name. What can we do if we can do the rename of the current sheet name? Right click and rename this value. If here is a dashboard name is here and we want to write down ASAP utility sheet and rename the current sheet name. For example, I am rename here, right? Current sheet name I want to renaming it. Then we want to rename this name. So it will be I will write down here dashboard Excel, right? So this sheet is renamed now and you can see here this data sheet is renaming here. This is called as rename the current sheet name, right? Change the sheet name of selected sheet to selected cell value. Change the name of sheet to selected cell value. For example, if I am writing here the Excel day 1 and P, we want to not write down P1, we want to write down Excel day 1. Right, here is the Excel day 1 and change the name of selected cell value. This is the Excel day 1. So now you can see here P1, the name is not P1, the name is Excel day 1. This is all are the small macro. We want to use this small macro. On the basis of small this macro, we want to create our own file, right? Now, if you want to create the index page, only one click. If I'm using the index page with using of one click, then you can see here, create an index page, alphabetical order, ending, before current sheet, original sheet name, worksheet with first and chart name. You want to create your own data value. Now you can see here, this is the index sheet name. I want to create the index sheet name. On the basis of this index sheet name, I want to create this Excel file also. So it is automatically created. We want not created the hyperlink, and we don't want to create one data. On the basis of this data, we want not create a Excel hyperlink value. So if you want to use this hyperlink, on the basis of this hyperlink, I want to use this data, but with using of ASAP utility, only one click, we can create the index page, right? Split the selected range into multiple worksheets. For example, I want to split the data for only one click, then you want to split the data. Yes, Prince. Then now you can select the split the data range into the multiple worksheet. If I'm a split the data range into the multiple worksheet, and the prefix and suffix, we will to create a prefix and suffix for this value. So we now want to create this value in a multiple worksheet. For example, oh, different worksheet it will be created here. For example, I will you can see here, this is worksheet is created. For example, we have some data from Ahmedabad, Surat, Rajkot. If for Ahmedabad, I have a multiple data here. Surat and Rajkot. Here is your city name. Here is your name. Then your sales record. Here is a name from ABC, XYZ, PQR, and another name also in the same name. For example, here we will write down anything from name, and we want to splitting of this data on the basis of sales record. Right, now I'm selected this record and a sheet and split the selected range into multiple worksheets. Then we can split this value sequencing number wise or using specific value wise. City wise, you have to prefix and suffix value. City wise, it will be different this value. Then now you can see here Ahmedabad value. This is Surat value. This is Rajkot value. This is different city. We can split the value. Now you have to clear idea about this is all are the macro, and we will use this macro on the particular base. So it is very useful when we are using from ASAP utility. You can only one click and clearing all your command with using of Excel file. So now you have to clear idea about how to use this value with basing of this value, how to create a different data part, different data part. You want to use this data part, right? Then export the worksheet as a separate file. For example, I have a data from this is a separate file we want to create as a separate file. For example, if you want to use only this data, and this is your data C6, C8 and C11, and file, new, blank workbook, and here is the data, right? Then now I am going from the sheet and separate the data, export the worksheet as a separate file. Now you can see here, this is file is separated and with export with Excel file. For example, we have a different client, and on the basis of client, we want to create a particular data with using of Excel file. For example, if I want to create this data, here is a different customer, and the customer wise we want to create a data. Then what can we do this data? Customer, duration, purchase, presentation, and date of call is available. Then export the file with the Excel file. We want to use this Excel file with the separation of this data. Then we can use of the separate data. For example, we have a first client, second client, third client, fourth client, and all the fourth client in a one Excel file, and we want to create a different Excel file with using of this ASAP utility. Then we want to create this file. If we want to create in a GTAB is currently not available, then we want to create this file in the database. Then we want to create this file. Yes, I'm creating here from GWrite. If already available this file, then overwrite this file. Otherwise, keep this file, ask for what to do. If the overwrite this file and OK. Now you want to check here this three files is as a separated file, sheet 1, sheet 2 and sheet 3. If I have available only the data in a sheet 1, then it can be only use the sheet 1. Here is a G drive, and here you can see sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3 with the database. Now you can see here, check the data with this value. So you can check this value with using of sheet 1 and sheet 1 data, then sheet 2 data, sheet 3 data. This all are the data is available from your side. So make sure that all the availability with your data with your file. So you can use this file with using of different functionality. So now you have to clear idea about this one. Using of this file, we want to create a 3 different files with 3 different data. Remove all the empty worksheet. If any empty worksheet is available in the Excel, then we want to remove all Excel file. It will be removed. If any worksheet is empty, then it will be removed. Unhide all the sheet, hide selected sheet. Unhide all the sheet and hide selected sheet. Do you want to hide select only one sheet, then it will be selected. Otherwise else you have to right click and hide the sheet. At that time you have to use the shortcut key, but you can use the multiple time with using of hide the sheet. Then if you want to select the multiple data, for example this one file, if you want to select the multiple file, then hide this data, then I can use this functionality, hide the selected sheet. Now you can see 5 sheet is selected and 5 all the sheet are hide. Then you can see here hide all the data with this file. So hide the data with using of this functionality. So you can hide all the sheet, selected sheet. Protect multiple sheet at once. This is very useful command, friends, because when we are protected the data, at that time we want to use the password, and password is particularly using from only one data. We want to use the password with a different Excel file, so we want to use this password. If I'm using here 111 password and re-enter the password 111, here is a 22 Excel sheet and all the Excel sheet protected at one password. Here I am writing here 1234 and re-enter the password is 1234. And okay, now you can see here this is a right click and protect all the sheet with using of same password, same data. If I'm unprotect all the sheet, multiple sheet at once, this is 1234 and all the worksheet is unprotect from here. This is all the worksheet is unprotect from your side. So now you have to clear idea about the data. On the basis of this data, we want to create a multiple file with using of ASAP utility. So if you want to use this utility, you want to create a different file with different functionality, right? Print multiple sheet at once. Generally in Excel, we want to print only one sheet at a one time. right? So if I want to create a multiple sheet printed in a one time, then we want to use this functionality multiple sheet is print at once. So now it however you can select the particular sheet, which sheet you have to create it, and on the basis of this sheet you want to create a different sheet print at one time. So you want to create a multiple sheet at once. So multiple sheet you want to create the multiple sheet at one time and printing this file, right? The another option we can see here, formula sorry, view and free span is available. This free span is automatically created or automatically updated in a one Excel file, right? It will be affected in one Excel file. So if you are using the multiple Excel file with using of single free span, you can use this free span command sheet, and here is a free span at multiple sheet as one. Then all the row about the first two, for example here is the first two row. If I'm seeing here the only first one row and free span multiple sheet at once and okay, then you can now see here sheet number 9, then sheet number 10, then sheet number 11, all the sheet multiple sheet data part you can see here. First and second, first row is free now here. So multiple sheet freeze and same place and unfreeze the multiple sheet at once and okay, and unfreeze the data. All the data are unfreeze. Now you have to clear idea about what do you mean by the ASAP utility, and you are very enjoy with the ASAP utility with using of this file. So we have to clear idea about this one. If you are going from the sheet and uh, delete all empty row and values, so you can delete it this value. So now we can go for the next is range. In the range, sorting command, paste special command, all that command, there are total 100 macros is very usable from your side, but at a different place you have to use the different macro. So now you have to use this macro with use this functionality, so you have to clear idea about this particular macro. First, if I'm here and coloring from this macro is yellow, from here is yellow also color, here is a yellow also color, here is a color is yellow, and here is also, it's a not a yellow color, it's a green color, right? Yes, friends. Now it's a different color, it's a yellow color, it is a green color, and all that color is coming from your side, yellow, green, that's all this color. Now I'm using this yellow color, and here is a yellow color, and here is a green pink color. Yes, green color, sorry. ASAP count by cell color. For example, ASAP count by cell color, here is a value and here is a cell value. I can see this value is 2, right? If here we will use ASAP count by cell color, here is a value and here is a color also. So here is a 4 color. Now you can see here 2 and 4 color. This is showing by your side. So this is 2 color and yellow color and green color. This is showing by your side. This all are the color with this formatting. You can show here's the color with this formatting. So you can clear about the data with using of this data. We can clearing of all this value. Here you can now see here we can deleting this value. If I'm deleting this entire row, entire cell, otherwise I'll clear all value. This is clear all value. Here is a count, and you can see here ASAP count by font color also, cell color. You know about the font color also. If the font wise we have to formatting, then we can use this. At which places we can use for this, if any numbers is less than 30, it will be red color with using of conditional formatting. So now you can using with this conditional formatting with this functionality easily. So you can use this functionality with this file. So we can use this ASAP count by cell color, for color, cell color from index. So you can use this ASAP function also you can write down here. This is all are the ASAP function, and you can use the any of the functionality with using of ASAP utility. So function command is also available from your side, and you can do with the function command with your particular data. So we can use this function command also. Go for the ASAP utility, and here is a range command. So this is a count by color and duplicate value in the selection. So count by the color and duplicate selection. This is a count by color and duplicate selection also available. So you can use this formatting wise the data. If you use this formatting wise data, you can use this ASAP utility easily, and you can do with your ASAP utility. So now you have to clear idea about this one. Fill empty cell in the selection. If it is fill command, then you can use this fill command and this data. With using of data, we want to create this file. For example, our client data is available in the Excel file. This is our client data, and we want to create some different functionality field and create a properties field and folders. For example, if I'm created here, files and folder properties is here created. At that time, for example, my folder is this one. For Excel is my folder, and okay. Now you can see here all the Excel with the folder created, last edited, last modified with using a folder name. So if your Excel file is your in your PC and you want to create something is a hyperlinks, and you want to create this hyperlink. If you want to open this data, you want to open this it. So it will be open it here. So it will be open here, and you can do with your file also. Do with your Excel file also. Open the file, basic link this file. So if you want to access this file, then you want to create it with your Excel data also, and you want to create an Excel file also. So if you want to create this Excel file with using of this data, then you can create a simple data with this value. So if you want to create this simple data with this value, you can create this file, PowerPoint file, Excel file size, and parent of this file. Then you can create this file. And if you want to create this one file, then you can use this file on the basis of this data file. So if you want to use this data file with using of this Excel file, so you have to now create this Excel file also. Now columns and row, this is all are the conditional formatting, and all this value is available here. This is all are the data with available of this data. We want to create this file also. So if you want to create the available data with your file, then you can use this available data with your file also. So conditional formatting, row and column, select, hide or delete value. Color of each value, insert the empty row, multiple sets created, put this value, advanced sorting this value. We have to sorted this value with advanced functionality. So we want to sorted this color, row and column also. Now, if I'm writing here this value from this one, for example, this one, we want to go for the text file and writing down the spelling value, English, Dutch, German. We want to convert in Excel. This functionality is not available from your side. So make sure that this functionality is very useful from your side whenever you are writing down any values. Now I'm selected all the values and go for the text and spelling, writing down this value, and Dutch, German, dollar, euro. You want to convert also customer currency also. So you want to use this custom file for currency rupees. For example, I'm writing down here 12,000 and number. 1000 in number. You want to add a different functionality, controls that functionality is also available in this functionality. So you can use this functionality singular. We cannot use this. We can currency no. 12,000, 15,000, 100, 18,000, 19,000. So here is a value. With using of this value, we can create our data part also. So we can create our different functionality. This functionality in Excel is not available. Only for using of ASAP utility, you can use this functionality. With using of this functionality, we can create all this command. On the basis of this command, we want to create the data, right? So this is a text functionality, spelling right this functionality. For example, convert recognize date. For example, I'm writing here, this is a 14445 and this is a actual date format also. If it is available in the date format or not, I will use this date format. DD, MM, YY, you can use this English language, another language also, and convert to DD, MM, YY, YY. No match found is here. You can see this is a no match found here. Then it will be converted into the different format. This is a not a valid format. So now you have to clear idea about the ASAP utility. So on only one click, we can very clear our Excel data. So we can clearly our Excel data with using of this functionality. With using of this functionality, we can go for this all the data and all the functionality. Now all the data is converted into the uppercase, lowercase, all that file. So we can convert into the uppercase, lowercase also. For example, we have a different data here. For example, I will writing down here all the values written down, and yes, uppercase function is also available. So in a text function, here is a uppercase and lowercase function is also available. We can check here. Yes, here is a, this is all the data in uppercase. Otherwise, since you want to use the uppercase functionality, here is a three functionality: uppercase, and all the text will be converted into the uppercase. For example, em write down here z, then convert into the uppercase. If I'm going from the lowercase, from this one, I'm using the lowercase functionality, then lower, this functionality in lowercase. And the last one is proper. First letter is capital, second letter is small, then you can use the proper functionality. So if you want to use the proper, you can use this functionality. In this, on the basis, you have to use this functionality: uppercase, lowercase, proper. From that functionality, you can use easily from this data. So if you are using uppercase, lowercase functionality, you can use here also. Here option is available in the text functionality. Uppercase, lowercase functionality is also available. There is a lots of function available. So you want to use the data from the particular which one function is usable from your side. I am using that function, which one will be used in a repeated time in Excel. So I am only for showing that option, which one use the repeated time in Excel. You want to use any of the functionality with this file. So into, you can use this file on different file also. So you can use this different functionality with different function. We can discuss the next functionality, next format in a next video. So we will continue with the next video.